All right, guys, Zev Green. This is Chalk Talk, episode number 5, CrossFit 184. Today we're talking about some unilateral movements, unilateral exercises, strength pieces, and even mobility pieces too. All right, so unilateral movements are lifting or exercises using one leg, one arm, one side of your body, whether it's a load, a carry, a hold, any kind of thing like that. So let's start off with the mobility piece. It's really important that you guys test your mobility unilaterally. So if you're testing your shoulder mobility over, back and forth, it's a test retest comparing one arm to the other. So for example, my right arm is really loose. I have great front rack position with my right, but my left's clear down here. That's an asymmetry, and we all know that asymmetries cause injuries. So if you guys do your functional movement screenings, testing your hips, you can lift one leg all the way up, your other leg is down low. You know you have that tight psoas or tight hip problem. Focus on those weak areas. All right, so if you guys do your mobility and you know your left hip is tighter than your right, make sure you spend more time on your left hip mobilizing than you do on your right side. All right, because what will happen if this is your right hip in terms of mobility and this is your left, and you spend the exact same amount of time mobilizing both pieces, they're going to move up together. What we want to do is bring that left hip up in line with the right and then move up, increasing mobility together. All right, so you want to eliminate those asymmetries because that's what's going to ultimately make you compensate and put you up at risk for injury. All right, so that's what we are talking about the mobility piece. Make sure everything's all lined up. Strength work, unilateral strength exercises. So today, our workout calls for single leg deadlifts and shoulder to overhead. So single leg deadlift with the bar, we'd step underneath, set up just like you're dead, hinge over, lifting all the way up, staying balanced, then back down. Here. All right, obviously it's gonna light up your hamstrings and glutes like your traditional deadlift, except a little bit more extreme because you're on one leg. It works those stabilizer muscles, those small muscles in your hips and your ankle all the way up and down. So one thing it also helps for besides those stabilizers is finding your asymmetries in strength. So if I can rep out reps easily with my left leg, I go to my right, I really struggle, it's really difficult for me, then I know I need to bring up the strength in my right side, my right hip, my right glute, quad, whatever the case may be, because just like the mobility piece, those asymmetries are going to cause you to overcompensate. So if I have a weak right side and I'm squatting, I might start shifting to the left to push all that weight up. As you imagine, shifts all your weight around, puts pressure on your back, increase your risk for injury. All right, so if you don't do these unilateral exercises or tests, it's hard to say where your weak spots are unless you have a good eye watching you all the time, watching you squat, see you shift, or watching your overhead position, and they can tell one shoulder's lower than the other. All right, is another common one. So with that, if you guys get a barbell and press up, well, I'm talking about the coach, if you're pressed out, one shoulder's dipped underneath, one shoulder's pressed out strong, that's an asymmetry, and you're compensating one shoulder for the other, and all that pressure goes into your hips, into your back on one side. So like single leg deadlifts, split squats where your legs up, you're squatting down and up, pistol work, dumbbell presses over top of your head, down and up. So if I can do a 30 on my right or 30 on my right and hold it up strong, and only like a 20 on my left, or it's really hard to hold up, then I know that I need to strengthen that left side. So unilateral strength work for there will bring those asymmetries up, just like that mobility piece. If my left leg or my left glute is weaker than my right, then I'm gonna do a lot of single leg deadlifts, Romanian deadlifts on my left side, split squats on my left side, get those evened out, and then move them up together to increase strength that way. All right, so there's something to think about, the unilateral mobility piece and your unilateral strength piece. You want everything to be symmetrical and get rid of those asymmetries so you can increase strength and performance all together, ultimately decrease your risk of injury. Thanks.